I don't know, it just makes me feel very uncomfortable, very self-conscious, very scared. First off, hi. Don't really know how to kind of start this video because it's kind of very weird. It's weird. I'm sure you saw in the title what I'm probably going to talk about. Yeah, it's exactly what I don't want to say feared because that sounds like really dramatic, but it's exactly what I was afraid of what might happen as a result of the radiation treatment. Let's just back it up real fast. If you don't know, hi, my name's Charles. I just had my third brain surgery, removed the whole tumor, and now as a protocol, they have you do 6 weeks of radiation with a chemo pill, like a Temodar, I think it's called. It's just like a pill. So that's kind of protocol after like brain surgery is what they generally like to have, because fortunately they got rid of all mine, but the problem is that they don't get rid of every little microscopic things that might kind of like peek his little ugly head around. The radiation is used to get that stuff, so he's not digging and poking through too much and they took a lot of my brain. It's very weird to say that, and it's kind of crazy the fact that like I'm fully functioning without that stuff. I wanted to say that just in case people are searching for, radiation side effects and things like that, because that's what I kind of did. I'm here to kind of explain my story about what's going on. For everyone else who's been watching the videos for so long and the journey, obviously you guys can help them along, be very supportive of these people. They're going through a lot. I'm a little over, I want to say halfway through the 6 week, maybe a little bit more, of the treatment that I have to do. I can't remember the day anymore. It kind of just blurs together. My main worry was like losing my hair, burns, or things like that. The other night, Allie and I were goofing around. We always goof around. I don't know how it happened, but I think we were talking about Remy and her little pigtails. Remy was my daughter. Allie was like, oh, I should give you pigtails. Because I think I was editing and Remy was running around in the video. When she did it, I noticed like a whole bunch of hair came out. Like, let's see if I do it like, I'll do it like slowly. Okay, so right there, can you see? I don't know if you can see it, right there. Weird, right? And then I want to put that here so I can get rid of it later. And then I started noticing I would kind of do it like here, right there too. So it's naturally when that kind of started happening, but the thing is it's not doing it here. See, oh, we got a single one. Got a single one right there. But it's not really doing it anywhere else. That one's fine. Right there is fine. It's mainly where the focus of the laser. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm very candid. I'm very like calm right now. But I was definitely freaking out when that was happening. Oh God, it's so weird. So I didn't really know how to react with that. I was like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But I don't know. It just makes me feel very uncomfortable, very self-conscious, very scared. Okay, like those dreams where you have like a dream where you're like your teeth fall out, your hair falls out. I don't know if you've ever had those dreams. I think if your teeth fall out, it's good fortune. Weird stuff. I just feel like it's like a nightmare where you're kind of like a horror movie, The Ring or something like that. Somebody's combing their hair and it just falls out in clumps. Luckily, like I said, like I'm not having that issue everywhere. It's just, I hate pulling it out too, like right there, just like these little sections. I don't know if you can, luckily this is mainly where the surgery was, so I'm kind of okay with it, but I'm afraid of it like thinning too much. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the scar. It's very hard to see, but it's kind of like thinning right there a little bit. I shouldn't probably do what I just did, but it's weird. It's a weird thing. Out of everything, I'm not having any issues with being exhausted. There's been a couple days where I've really been tired, but I've kind of like, I don't want to say pushed through it because I've been trying to let my body relax a little bit more than normal. I haven't found myself like stopping whatever I'm doing and just falling asleep and laying down. And I'm considering myself incredibly fortunate for that situation. And I also remember like kind of reading another like side effect would be burn marks, scalding, like whatever, burn marks. that would happen in the area. See, it's weird, like when I go like this, I can't tell if it's like it hurts a little bit or if it's just because if you ever had surgery, like specifically head surgery, it's very weird because you can feel, I wish I could show you guys. Can you see it? I can't really see too much. Can you see the scars? Yeah, I got like 3 of them in there. Like one's this way, one's this way. Yeah, you don't mess with me, I'm pretty hardcore. I haven't had really any issue with the burn marks or anything like that. I feel like that may have been a situation to where it was a older style of radiation or something along those lines. Like right now, if I touch right here, it's a little tender, but coming around, I feel like it's a little bit more where the surgery may be, or I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just, the weirdest part, okay, this is the weirdest part for me. So let's say my hair, I noticed that like it was noticed some like on my shoulder like this. Usually I have hair like a normal amount like this, which is like dog hair or sometimes cat hair. I think the other day when I noticed that, that's when I really started freaking out. I don't really brush my hair. I don't think most guys do. So I'm assuming that I would see more. One thing that they did say was to avoid like hair products, obviously dyeing your hair. This is all old school. This is all old from beginning of COVID, where everyone was super bored, not sure like what we were gonna do. What was the other thing? Really scrub. I don't think it said that really scrub. So I've been trying to avoid all that stuff. We're putting like hats on it because it kind of suffocates it a little bit more. This is really weird. This is like very uncomfortable video for me to shoot. I know I feel like I'm very candid about it, but deep down, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. And I wanted to film this video. I kind of talked to Allie because I was freaking out last night when this started kind of happening. I was really kind of worried. She had to sit me down because I was like really freaking out. And she was just saying, you know, this is a side effect. This is only temporary. Your hair grows so fast. It's weird. My nails and my hair grow so fast. And my beard hair, all that stuff. I could shave this, and by the time the next video, whatever, next day, it'll be gone or back. I don't know. I feel like very weird because I feel like talking to a camera is sometimes a little bit easier for me because I don't have to look somebody in the eye. You know what I mean? Because you get kind of like, I don't want to say emotional, but you can kind of find yourself a little bit more vulnerable, right? I mean, it's kind of like what I'm thinking of. I know I talked about this before the radiation treatment started, and I was like afraid of all this stuff. I'm considering myself very fortunate that this is, knock on wood, there's wood right here, I assure you. The only issues that I'm having, like I said, this is just over the actual treatment amount of, I think it's 6 weeks. So it's like what? I think it's like five days a week for 6 weeks. So it's kind of like what's 32, 33, give or take treatments. And I'm over half of that. I'm afraid like this is what happens like now. Like I started like freaking out, like what's gonna happen later. Like I'm like terrified that like my hair will all fall out. But what's kind of nice to know, and if this is a little reassurance for anybody who has to go through this bullshit, as long as they're not zapping everything, I feel like I've been very fortunate. Like this is I'm pulling my hair, and like there's nothing coming off. Like I'm yanking it, but if I barely touch anything. Anything, like it just comes out. I don't even know what to really talk about because I feel like every time I get going and start talking, I start thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, this is real. This sucks. This is horseshit. Every day I go and do the same thing, sit on this thing with this mask on my face, making sure I don't move. I talked about it. It's like, I think I counted, once the mask goes on and comes off, like 5 minutes and 6 seconds. But you're also got to remember you're like strapped down on this stupid mask that I've explained before. One day I'll be able to actually show you guys what the stupid thing looks like. I don't really know how to deal with this right now because I'm trying to be as positive as possible because I feel like, I want to say like, does that mean that it's working? Or is that just because it's pumping radiation into my head? You know what I mean? Like it's weird because it reminds me of like Chernobyl, things like that, horrible like nuclear like disasters and stuff like that, where people like go through like deformities and things like that. Like I feel that's where I feel like very insecure about everything. And I'm a pretty secure guy. I mean, if you know who I am, like if you know me personally, I'm a pretty secure in my own skin kind of guy. You know what I mean? So for this to kind of irk me or bother me really is weird. It's weird. I'll be completely, there's no other way to describe it, that it's just freaking weird. I don't really know. I don't really know. I mean, I wish I knew what I was truly thinking, because I sat down on the couch. I was like, okay, this is what I want to say. I had like little notes. Obviously, I'm completely off the tangent of that. This sucks. I thought I was genuinely gonna be like, I was even telling Allie, I was like, oh, this is amazing. You know, I'm going through this whole treatment thing. I'm not really experiencing any of the side effects. And then we were goofing around and that chunk came out. It was bigger than that. It was like, okay, so where's this chunk at right here? Sorry if this is kind of gross. I don't want to gross you guys out. There it is right there. I don't know. And the fact that it slides out, just, I don't know, guys. It's kind of what's going on right now. That's kind of like where I'm trying to own it, because like I feel like this is like one of those things I just gotta own. You know what I mean? The lucky thing is that my hair kind of goes this direction, so it kind of covers up a little bit. I mean, but you can still kind of see it's a little bit. A little gnarly, but then again, I had surgery too, so I gotta take that into consideration. Honestly, this is of 12 years of doing these things, like what is it, 4,000 something days of vlogs. This is hands down the most uncomfortable, awkward, weird videos that I've ever done. But that's life, and this is the journey that I'm taking to hopefully have this crap kind of stop and be over with. That's my goal, and I hope anyone who stumbled upon this video, I don't scare you. I truly hope it don't scare you. If this is the worst that anyone has to go through, fuck, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's not painful, more psychologically messed up. I hope if anyone did find this video and watched and listened to me ramble for I don't even know how long, don't worry, you'll get through it. If I'm getting through it, you'll get through it. I'm a weird dude. I'm like all over the place. If you watch, subscribe, and you'll see. You'll definitely see. But anyway, guys, I will yeah, add it to the freaking collection. I will see you guys in the next video.